I'm walking in here because these people just fired me right after my husband died. I literally just went to his funeral and then they fired me for one day. They didn't try to say I wasn't here all last week. I was literally here. I found out he died on the 24th. Sunday, I didn't have to work. I was here on Monday and I was told to go home because I had a breakdown at the job. And do you know they fired me after his funeral? So we going in here to figure out why. As I've been here for months and was told I was gonna get hired on. And now I haven't even got hired on. They get PTO time. My husband died. I have no PTO time. I'm outsourced through a temporary services and they call me and tell me because they had one bad day, I'm fired. And I wasn't here all last week. And the woman I report to was on PTO. So how I wasn't here? Okay, that should be a completely different contract. Yes, ma'am. Is it the reason why I was fired after my husband's funeral? Because they called me and told me I was fired. And his funeral was Saturday, and I was stuck on the plane and couldn't get here on time. Nothing to do with that. They said that you put in that I was fired and you was out all week on PTO. Everybody knew that he died. I'm not looking for people to give me no sympathy, but I have two children to raise, and I need this job. It has nothing to do with that. I was told, again, all I did was ask, are we going to get a floater because you were not here? And apparently you were not here 3 days last week. So when I told Pete... Who said I wasn't here 3 days last week? I sit for Miss Carol every day. Only days I was not here was Thursday and Friday because I was going out to Ohio to his funeral. Well, again, you apparently were not here. I wasn't here, so I can't say whether you were or not. I was told you were not.
So there's a woman right now. She's upset. She got fired. She's saying because she went to her husband's funeral. But what I think is something more. I feel like that she wasn't the right fit for them, and they had an opportunity to get rid of her, and they did. And she's trying to make it seem like an emotional thing, but I think they didn't want her there. No matter what you say, the company always comes first. The company does not care about your life. She is a temp. She's not a permanent person. She does not have a contract with the company. She has a contract with a temp agency. So that's what they did. They disposed her. They have no loyalty to her. I think we got to stop expecting companies to have loyalty to you and care about your life. Companies do not care. I think the sooner that people realize that, the better they'll be at working and making themselves a better life. It sucks. You lost your husband, you got to take care of your kids, you don't know what to do, but you can't expect sympathy from people at a job that you are a temp agent for. Doesn't make any sense. But I think that, in my opinion, from watching this video, I think that there's something more. Maybe they didn't like her from the beginning. She had a breakdown. Maybe they didn't like that. Maybe they didn't like that she was there for a couple of days. When you are a temp agency, you're a temp agent, you are feeling the need that they need, right? There's no promises on future employment. You are feeling the need that they need right now. That's why they hired a temp agency, because they don't want to hire somebody. Because typically, if you get hired by a temp agency to work for a company, they need you temporarily. So we can't expect emotion or anything from somebody that's not really even really hiring me. It sucks. Lost your husband, kids, trying to work, you had to break down. All that sucks. But the one thing I can tell you, these companies don't care. Especially if you're not a tenure employee, especially if you're not somebody that actually has a PTO. She's comparing herself to a woman that works there and has PTO. You guys are not on the same level. You are at the bottom of the barrel, and you can't expect the same things that this woman has got from this company because she's tenured and she has a PTO program with that. But that's what it is. People put stuff on social media, but if we break it down, the company did nothing wrong. You were a temporary worker, and they can fire you whenever they want for whatever reason because you're temporary. That's the reason why they get temp workers, because they don't have to go through this whole drawn out process of firing somebody. They can just fire you. So no matter what, if you really appreciate this job, I understand your husband died, but you got to appreciate it, and you got to sometimes thug it out and not have that breakdown. I know it sucks, but these companies don't care. You have to understand, I'm here as a temporary person. I know they don't care about me. I'm just here to fill a need, and that's it. If I get a permanent job out of this, that's cool, but I can't expect it. You have to use the company just like they're using you. They're using you for your services. You're using them for their money. That's it. But the emotion doesn't fit on this one. It doesn't fit at all. It really doesn't.
That's what I told them, and he said nobody ever told him.
I
that you
haven't.
weren't here. You
I
never
haven't
told
even
him.
talked to Art. I haven't talked to Art since Buddy died. They don't even call me. I talk
Well-
completely to you because we had a conversation about me talking to only you.
That's exactly right. But I told you that you still had to report to ARC.
How I'm gonna report to people that don't respond?
Well, he says that he's never heard from you, and he sent you an
How,
email.
how he never heard from me
So this
when
is
I've
not
told you
about- this-
multiple times I can't get in touch with them?
This
You
is
even
not
told me to go
about
through
and
you.
me. You need to call ARC. You need to call Pete. That's your boss.
I didn't even know that. I don't even know who the hell Pete is.
Well, he sent you an email. He said.
No,
And
he
said
never
that-
did.
He said you submitted 44 hours to the agency last week.
You can't get a job and not know who your boss is. We can't get situations. We working for a company. We got to know who everybody is. We have to take accountability and say, who's my real bosses? I know I'm working under you, but who else is my boss? Let me check my emails. There's no he say, she say, pointing the fingers, especially when you're the person that they don't really care about. You have to be accountable and responsible for the information that you need to know. We got to take accountability. How do you not know who your boss is? We have to know who we're working for. We have to know where the money coming from. You submitted your hours to somebody. So if you submitted your hours to them and she's saying that's your boss and you don't know that's not your boss, you don't know, accountability. The first thing we have to do when things happen, when things go south, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? She's going off of emotion and thinking they fired her because of the funeral. But it seems like they fired her because, one, maybe her attitude. Two, maybe her unorganized. Three, her emotions that she showed during the breakdown. It sucks. I know, Marcus, you're being too hard. But when you at the bottom of the barrel, you got to be organized. You got to be accountable. And you can't have no emotion. If you're trying to get a permanent job, you got to show them that you are stable no matter what happens. That's how companies are. That's business.
Again, I have no idea what you're doing. It's not my problem.
I submitted 44 hours the week before. I didn't submit 44 hours last week. So these are the lies, and that's wrong. Now, I'm just saying, humanly, that's wrong. I've been here. I was told I was going to get hired on. I've been here since August.
I asked them for.
I was supposed to get hired on 90 days ago. Everybody else get PTO. I don't get it.
Right.
So I had to be here. When he died on the 24th, I was here on the 26th.
Correct. I remember. But I'm just telling you, you need to talk to Pete. There's nothing I can do.
This is some heartless ass shit. I don't know what's wrong with these people. This is some heartless ass shit.
Basically, at the end of the day, you can't believe what nobody says. At the end of the day, you can't believe what nobody says. If she says, talk directly to me, first of all, I appreciate that, but who's my bosses? I want to make sure I'm cool with my bosses. Okay? Also, people are telling you they're going to hire you on, they don't, and you still living on that and hoping and wishing. Can't do that. Only things that's guaranteed is what's in the contract. We got to stop believing people for what they say instead of believing in what they do. They tell you they're going to hire you and they don't, that means they're not going to hire you. Stop listening to people. Stop thinking that everybody is nice. Only thing that matters is that money that's coming into the account and that contract that's put in front of you. If you have a temporary contract, you will still be temporary. If you have a permanent contract, then you will be permanent. We got to stop listening to people, because what happens, what I tell people a lot on my live streams is people lie, bro. People don't care. We are in an era where a lot of people want to use you. They want to take as much as they can from you and give as much as little from them to you. That's the world that we living in today. The sooner you figure that out, the more likely you'll succeed. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's always going to keep this thing rocking, keep it going. I appreciate you guys' support. Make sure you tune in to the No Filter Morning Show Monday through Friday, 10:21 Pacific time. I appreciate you guys. You guys be blessed, and I'm out.